The current temperature right now, I'm showing 57 degrees out. 57 degrees. Can you guys believe that? Right now we're showing 57 degrees out on the Honda Goldwing. When just the other day, man, I mean, we was hanging around the mid-20s and the 30s. I mean, it's beautiful out here today. The sun is shining. It's warm. I mean, it was like 60 degrees earlier. But don't celebrate too fast, people, because we got some cold temperatures that are going to be moving into the Mid-South here in the upcoming days. Some cold temperatures, y'all. So we're going to talk about that. And also, I want to talk about the Honda Goldwing. So stay tuned to this video, and we're going to dive into it. So let's get started. Goldwing Rider, a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who does not exist. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause of the innocent, the helpless, the powerless, who is fearless in a world of reckless automobiles. These are Caliente Motovlogs. So how's everybody doing? Thank you guys for tuning in to the Caliente YouTube channel. This is Biker Caliente, and I'm out on my DCT Honda Goldwing trying to get me a ride in. It's nice out here, y'all. The sun is shining, and it feels good to be out on the Honda Goldwing another day. You know, just a few days ago, we had a lot of nasty weather that moved into the Mid-South. It was the first snow here in the Mid-South for 2025. So the snow is kind of melted, the sun is shining, everybody's feeling good, but not so fast, people, not so fast. Well, what do you mean, Chris? Well, I'm glad you asked. You know, here in the upcoming days, man, I think starting Sunday, the weatherman is calling for the temperatures to take a nasty dip. At least that's what the weatherman is calling for. You know, normally I go out to like Home Depot or Lowe's and I buy these styrofoam faucet covers, and they work pretty good, but they just don't last long. So it just doesn't hold up. So I was actually looking for a better product. So here lately I've been using the Hometopia faucet covers, and it'll actually protect your faucets down to a -5 degrees Celsius. So if you guys have outside spigots or water faucets, make sure you cover those pipes. I highly recommend the Hometopia faucet covers. I will include a link in the description of this video of where you guys could actually pick up these faucet covers for your outside water pipes. As we speak, Honda is actually sending out these recall letters about the new style Honda Goldwing. If you guys have the new style Honda Goldwings, Honda is currently sending out the recall letters about the drive gear boat. They're saying that if that boat fail, that it's gonna basically kill the engine or shut off the engine, and it could possibly lock up the rear wheel, causing the rider to crash or get injured. So some of you guys that have the new style Honda Goldwing, any day now, if you haven't already received a recall letter, you're going to be receiving those recall letters in the mail. As a matter of fact, if you received your recall letter already, be sure to put it down in the comment section below. Now, I have the 2021 Honda Goldwing. I have not received a primary drive boat recall letter as of yet. As of this video, I have not received a recall letter. And if you're wondering if there's a recall on your Honda Goldwing. All you have to do, if you hadn't received the letter, you could actually go to Honda's official website, Power Sports Honda. Click on the recall tab. You can put in your VIN number, and it will let you know if you have a recall for your motorcycle. So I hadn't received my recall letter yet. I actually went on the website myself, clicked on the recall tab, put in my VIN number, and I actually have 2 recalls for my bike. The first recall is the fuel impeller, and the latest recall is for the primary drive boat, the primary drive gear boat. Honda is saying that if that boat fails, it can stall out your engine, lock up the rear wheel, and cause the rider to crash or get injured. But there's a lot of riders out there that's not too happy with the way these recalls have been going out and some of the issues that Honda been having with the Honda Goldwing. Well, what are you talking about, Chris? Well, I'm glad you asked. You know, there's riders out there that's actually considering going to another motorcycle manufacturer and riding their bikes just because of some of the recalls that we've had here lately on the Honda Goldwing. You know, some guys are talking about switching to Harley because of the recall with Honda. So there's a lot of riders out there that's not too happy with what's going on with the new style Honda Goldwing. And I can hear it now, some of you guys that are watching my video saying that's why I didn't buy the new Honda Goldwing. That's why I stuck with my big Honda Goldwing, my big body Honda Goldwing. I knew it was problems with the new bike, and so I stuck with my big bike, and I'm glad I did. Well, here's the thing. Anything man-made is subject to break. You know, anything that man build is subject to have an issue. Even the space shuttle.
Okay, Houston, we've had a problem here.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem. We've had a main B plus undervolt.
Roger, main B undervolt. Okay, stand by, 13. We're looking.
As for me personally, I'm sticking with my Honda Goldwing. I'm sticking with my DCT Honda Goldwing. I have no regrets about purchasing this new style Honda Goldwing. No regrets. Also, the other recall was the fuel pump impeller. You know, that was the first recall that I got on this bike. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't even taken my bike in to have that recall performed. The last I've heard about that, it was so many people out there trying to get this recall done, but it wasn't enough fuel pumps at these dealerships to have the problem corrected. So I'm not sure if they actually got those fuel pumps in and was able to get all of the fuel pumps replaced, or if they still having that issue. I don't know. I haven't looked into it because my bike has been riding so good. I've never had any issues, even going cross country several trips, that I really haven't been overly worried about it. Look at that snow. We still got some snow over there on the ground already. Still frozen over there. That just goes to show you how cold it was here in the Mid-South. But one of the things that turns me off about the Honda Goldwing, and I'm just going to keep it honest with you guys know I'm going to keep it 100%. My biggest gripe with the Honda Goldwing, if I had to complain, and I love my Honda Goldwing, don't get me wrong, but the biggest complaint that I have is the air filter. Man, it's almost like Honda put an air filter on the ground and built the bike around it. You know, that's a major turnoff, man, when you're talking about maintenance. And I kind of understand why Honda might have built the bike that way. They want you to come back to them to have that $50 air filter replaced and charge you $400 or $500. But I think, in my opinion, the Honda Goldwing should have a easier access to changing out the air filter. I think the access should be a lot easier, man. You shouldn't have to tear the whole bike down just to change out a $50 air filter. If you guys missed a video of the air filter change of the previous generation, you can click on the link in the top corner. But as far as the recall is concerned, that's the only two recalls that I've heard about the new style Honda Goldwing, was the fuel pump impeller and the primary drive gear bolt. But like I said, I'm sticking to my Honda Goldwing. You know, like I said, anything man-made can have problems, and I understand people are kind of fed up with, you know, having to cough up a lot of money to do maintenance, and, you know, it's getting into having your bike tied up at the dealership just to have this work perform, and riding season will be here soon, and, you know, riders don't want to be down. You know, they want to be out here riding, so they're subject to get rid of their bike and jump to another bike just so they can keep it on the road, to keep it rolling. But I do understand. But I haven't had no issues. I haven't had no problems with my bike. You know, I'll deal with the recalls at some point down the road. I hadn't received my letter, but according to the Honda website, there's a recall out for this particular motorcycle on the fuel pump impeller and the primary drive gear bolt. You know, if that bolt is defected, it could cause the engine to shut off and lock up the rear wheel and cause the rider to crash and get injured. I'm gonna take my chances, y'all. I'll deal with that down the road. But Honda wants you to contact an authorized dealer and take your bike in and get that recall performed. How many of you that are watching this video are going to be taking in your bikes here soon to get it performed? Now here's a question that I have. Are those dealerships prepared to perform those recall right now? You know, that's kind of my concern. You know, the last thing I want is somebody going into my engine and making something worse that never had a problem. You know, the old folks say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I do understand that you want to do preventative work to prevent a future problem. You know, so I'm kind of on the 50-yard line about that. Do I deal with this bolt recall now? Do I deal with it later? Or do I just keep riding? As of today, I'm going to keep riding. I'll deal with that primary bolt later. I'll deal with that problem down the road. But my question is, are these dealerships right now prepared to deal with this recall? You know, with the fuel pump, you know, there was not enough parts for the dealership to perform the repairs. Does these dealerships have trained personnel to deal with that issue? So that's another concern. So in the meanwhile, I'm just going to ride until Honda work out these bugs. I'm gonna stick with my Honda Goldwing. If you guys want to jump ship and jump on the Harley, be my guest. I'm not mad at you. If you guys want to jump ship and jump on the Indian, be my guest. I'm not mad at you. If you like it, I love it. I'll ride with you regardless of what you're riding, whether you're riding a Goldwing, whether you're riding a Indian, whether you're riding a Harley, whether you're riding a Chinese scooter, whether you're riding a Rose Canali where you roll down one hill and Canali make it up the next, I'll ride with you. I'll even ride with the Suo 2000. As long as you can keep up with this Honda Goldwing, I will ride with you. But don't be discouraged. Stay positive. You know, the Honda Goldwing is a magnificent motorcycle. You know, there's always issues. You know, anytime something is man-made, there could be an issue. But I believe in this product. I know it's a good product. You know, I'll ride this bike back across country without these recalls performed. So that's how much I believe in the product. So if you guys are watching this video and you're concerned about these recalls, man, you know, it's something that will probably need to be addressed at some point, but I wouldn't overly worried about. I don't think your bike is going to fall apart. So be sure to put it down in the comment section below if you have any issues with your Honda Goldwing, or if you have received your recall letter. Be sure to let me know. So I'm just out here cruising on my Honda Goldwing, trying to get the ride in. Like I said, we got some cold temperatures that are going to be moving into the Mid-South in the next few days. Man, I love this DCT. I love this DCT. Oh yeah. I'm gonna ride, y'all. I'm out here testing out my Caliente Flag here on the back. I have the Caliente Flag on the back. I got the Caliente Flags in, so if anybody out there, you want to get your Caliente Flag and show your Caliente pride, you want to support the Caliente YouTube channel, be sure to pick up your Caliente Flag, man. It looks good. They'll fit the Gold Strike lighted flagpole mount. The Caliente Flag will fit the universal flagpole mounts, or the universal flags. Also, the Caliente Flag will fit the Karayakin flagpole. Some of you guys still have the Karayakin flagpoles. And one of the things that I do like about the Gold Strike lighted flagpole mount is that you could actually mount it on the older Goldwing. So not only does it work on the new Honda Goldwing, it works on the previous generation or the older Goldwings. So all you have to do is order the adapter and it'll mount right on the antenna of the previous generation or the older style Honda Goldwing. So be sure to check the description of the video if you guys want your Caliente Flag, if you want to fly your pride. I'm gonna leave my telephone number within the description of the video. 901-468-9032. 901-468-9032. You can call and place your order. Call and place your order, and you will be glad you did. So be sure to look out for those recall letters. If you ordered your Caliente Flags, be sure to look out for those. They're going to be coming in the mail any day now for you guys that ordered your flag. And it's looking good, y'all. Keep the rubber side down. Stay prayed up. Stay safe. And enjoy life. This is your boy Chris, out on the Goldwing. Out on the Goldwing. One of the most technologically advanced motorcycles in the world, regardless of the recall. And I will talk to you guys later. Looked like she was ready to come out. Keep your head on the swivel, guys. Keep your head on the swivel, man. You got to drive for you and everybody around you. Never take a rider for granted. Whatever you think they want to do, they'll do exactly that. They'll do exactly whatever you think they want to do. I'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.